Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio. Now, before we actually get started with the video, I would just like to point out the game that I'm playing is obviously The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but what makes this version so special is that this is the SpaceWorld 97 demo mod. Someone went back and found the SpaceWorld 97 demo on a test cartridge, I believe on F-Zero X, and went back and actually rebuilt the SpaceWorld 97 demo from what was available on the cartridge. It may not be the most accurate of the for the SpaceWorld 97 demo, but it's the closest thing that we got. Obviously, this can only be played through emulation. So with that out of the way, guys, let's just get right into the video. And obviously, in today's video, we are going to be talking about hashtag Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the fact that it is trending as fans call on Marvel to bring back the characters. In an attempt to get Marvel to bring back the characters of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back, fans flood social media with the hashtag Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Over a year after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came to an end, fans of the show are rallying on social media in an attempt to bring the characters into the MCU. Well before Marvel produced Disney Plus shows like WandaVision and Loki, it first tried to move into television with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The ABC series premiered in 2013 and followed fan-favorite S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Phil Coulson, played by Clark Gregg, mysteriously resurrected from his Avengers death, and his new team as they embarked on strange missions within the MCU. Early seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. held some connections to the broader universe, but over time it began to drift away and forge its own path. As a result, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s place within MCU canon has been called in question with increasing frequency over the years. Some of Marvel's latest television efforts, most notably Hawkeye and WandaVision, have appeared to retcon parts of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the series ended with little reference to events such as Avengers Endgame. In fact, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7 featured its own time travel story and overall view of MCU's history. You know what? If Marvel Studios wanted to really canonize Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it should have done so in the very first episode of Loki, when you had Loki and Morbius going through Loki's history, and up to the point when he kills, Agent Coulson. They could have made reference to the fact, oh, see, you didn't even successfully kill this guy because, he came back and he was alive and kicking, kind of thing. Though Marvel Studios might not have much interest in reviving Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, there are numerous fans who do. On Wednesday, so this would have been January 5th, 2021, the hashtag Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was trending on Twitter as fans flooded the site with calls for Marvel to bring back the characters in some way. It was part of a concentrated effort to get the topic trending. Another event is planned for Thursday, January 6th, and I did not see any news for that personally, so I'm not going to comment on what may or may not have been done. This trending effort appears to have been partially inspired by the recent MCU appearances made by Daredevil characters. Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, I believe, was in Hawkeye, and I never saw the movie, but did Charlie Cox make an appearance in Spider-Man No Way in Spider-Man No Way Home? I don't know. I've yet to see the movie. Where was I? The Netflix show has been in a similar position to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in that it is a beloved show, while technically being a part of the MCU, has been largely ignored by the broader universe. However, both Matt Murdoch, Charlie Cox, and Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, have made appearances in major MCU projects lately, thus paving the way for Daredevil to properly become canon. Now fans want the same for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even when the series came to an end in 2020, fans were expressing hope that characters like Daisy Johnson, played by Chloe Bennett, and Melinda May, played by Ming-Na Wen, could turn up again in the MCU. When asked about rumors saying the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast could return to the MCU back in February 2021, Marvel boss Kevin Feige played coy about the possibility. If Marvel really did want to bring back someone like Daisy or Coulson, there are several places where they could fit. In fact, with the multiverse now becoming a major part of the MCU, in large part due to Loki, there could be an explanation in place for the plot holes that might emerge from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. becoming fully canon. Right now, Marvel isn't committing one way or the other, but clearly there are fans out there who want to see it happen. And guys, this is not just a fan campaign anymore. because Ming-Na Wen herself reacted to the Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trend, I believe on the same day, or it was on January 6th. I don't remember. Let me refresh. No, it had to have been. I believe it was on the 5th. Actress Ming-Na Wen reacts to the Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trend, which calls for a return of the characters into the MCU, and including Wen's Melinda May. Actress Ming-Na Wen gives her reaction to hashtag Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trend. Wen played S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Melinda May, aka the Cavalry, on ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., one of the first MCU-related shows, which kicked off in 2013 after the events of the Avengers in 2012. The show focuses on Clark Gray's Agent Coulson, who was revived for the show after being killed off in the Avengers, leading the Marvel spy organization to take on multiple threats throughout the MCU, recruiting special agents to help, including Wen's Melinda May. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ran for 7 seasons on ABC, pulling in a number of MCU characters throughout the run. Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury, Haley Atwell's Peggy Carter, Jamie Alexander's Lady Sif, Kobe Smulders' Maria Hill, Bill Paxton's John Garrett, and many more appearances on the show throughout its run. The show faced the difficult task of balancing events from the films with its storylines, which got fairly bored by the end of the last season. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was canceled after 7 seasons, due largely to poor ratings and the arduous task of trying to keep up with the shifting landscape of the MCU, and we will get into that in just a few minutes about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being canceled. Still, it also developed a fervent fan base that stuck with it to the very end, recently starting a hashtag Save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. trend that has reignited the fires to see it return in some capacity. Wen, whose character went through innumerable shifts and changes throughout the show's run, supports the new trend, telling Deadline, quote, "I love that our small fan base is getting bigger and bigger, because I think people are starting to rewatch all the episodes and realizing what a wonderful series it was, and I love the fans and the fans' reaction." When asked if she would support a revival, Wen said, "Fingers crossed, who knows?" Wen has been a prolific Hollywood actress in the last few decades, starring in a number of TV shows, including ER, The Single Guy, Vanished, Stargate Universe, and most recently on the Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Book of Boba Fett. Also in The Mandalorian, played the same character, Fennec Shand. Wen has also voiced a bevy of characters for animated films and TV shows, including the voice of Disney's Mulan in all her cartoon appearances. She has additionally done work for shows like Spawn, Guardians of the Galaxy, Phineas and Ferb, Adventure Time, and The Batman, as well as the upcoming Gremlins Secrets of Maugai series on HBO Max. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a rough go in terms of securing its own identity as a Marvel show outside the confines of the MCU, an issue that plagued it from season to season. Writers were constantly trying to keep up with the ever-changing landscape of what was happening in the MCU, creating challenges that don't typically affect any other show. However, with Spider-Man No Way Home and the Hawkeye series pulling in characters from Marvel's Netflix shows, the calls to see more of the MCU TV heroes make the jump has amplified. Wen's character never appeared in any of the MCU films, but with events from all over the MCU suddenly colliding, perhaps there's still a shot for her to step back into the role, be it for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or otherwise. So, earlier in this article, it brought up the fact that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was canceled after 7 seasons, largely due to poor ratings. Well, there's this article here from October 2021 that is citing that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was still incredibly popular. Data provided exclusively to Screen Rant reveals that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still incredibly popular over a year after Season 7 released. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still incredibly popular over a year after the show ended. Marvel's television flagship series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., was originally envisioned as the MCU's official tie-in show. Now, remember that, because we will come back to that too. It became increasingly divorced from the movies as the years passed, but ironically that became its greatest strength because skilled writers built up a mythology all their own. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. performed better than Marvel Netflix, with third-party analytics suggesting demand in the US was equal to shows like Better Call Saul, Criminal Minds, and The Vikings. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7 aired on ABC in 2020, with the season finale, which released in August of that year, bringing the S.H.I.E.L.D. team stories to a satisfying conclusion. It featured one last MCU tie-in, an epic visit to the quantum realm, and ended on an optimistic note that delighted viewers who'd been tuning in since 2013. The show is now available on Disney Plus. As of the recording of this video, I did check that. I did not find Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Disney Plus. It is still on Netflix as of the recording of this video, but that may change. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a hit with Disney Plus beta testers, and the streaming service has even released the last 2 seasons in some territories where they'd never come out before. Disney is reluctant to provide viewing figures though, but fortunately third-party analytics companies step forward with data that gives a hint of the show's performance. Parrot Analytics measures online demand for various TV shows, and they're exclusively providing data to Screen Rant, revealing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still incredibly popular. According to Parrot, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was still in the top 10 superhero shows in the US a full year after Season 7 wrapped up. In August 2021, in fact, it was more popular than Marvel's What If. Parrot conducted a comparison with the finales of other Marvel television shows, and it illustrates that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has held on to audience attention the most. And I will be splashing up the graph on the screen right here. You can see on the far left you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The number in the yellow is the week of finale numbers for US demand, and the number in blue is the 1 year after finale. So you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. effectively beat Daredevil, The Punisher, Agent Carter, and Jessica Jones not only during the week of the finale, but also an entire year after the finale. So don't give me this cockamamie horseshit that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was never popular. Viewing figures for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. were never through the roof, but it clearly built up a passionate and dedicated fan base and reportedly performed well on DVR. It's entirely possible Disney Plus has introduced a new generation of viewers to Marvel Television's old flagship. What about Netflix? Because it was on Netflix for several years, matching with the feedback from Disney Plus's beta testers. This certainly explains why the debate over Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s canonicity, I think that's how you pronounce it, canonicity. I know I'm probably butchering the hell out of that word. Let's just say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s canon to the MCU remains live in fan communities, with every comment from Marvel figures jumped on as evidence one way or the other. The interesting question is whether this means Marvel Studios will ever bring back any of the actors, whether as a continuation of the story or in a soft reboot. There have been rumors Charlie Cox will be reprising his role as Matt Murdoch in Spider-Man No Way Home. Again, I don't know if they actually move forward with that, so someone will probably correct me in the comments. Leading many hopes some of the S.H.I.E.L.D. team will be brought back as well. Chloe Bennett has denied she's returning in Secret Invasion, but that doesn't mean Marvel couldn't give her a call for a later series. The studio would be wise to import Quake and some of her teammates into the main MCU, because clearly Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still a hit. Yes, if this graph is to be believed, it is beating out most of every Marvel shows, and even according to Parrot Analytics here, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was actually more popular than Marvel's What If when that released back in, when was that, August of 2021? I don't remember, but earlier in this article they do say where was it? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was originally envisioned as the MCU's official tie-in show. How many people remember that Avengers Age of Ultron, the very beginning of that movie, was actually a conclusion to a storyline from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Now, I personally have not watched I think I watched a couple episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't remember it. But I found this article from Screen Rant written back in May of 2020, and that is how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. set up Avengers Age of Ultron's opening. Season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. set up the opening of Avengers Age of Ultron, with Coulson discovering the location of Hydra's base and Loki's scepter. The second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. set up Avengers Age of Ultron's opening mission in a significant way. Following multiple ties to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Season 2 mostly continued to deal with the fallout of Captain America the Winter Soldier, as multiple S.H.I.E.L.D. factions and a reborn Hydra were central to the story. This allowed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to largely fill in the gap of a sizable moment in the MCU, while Marvel Studios geared up for release of the second Avengers movie. Oh boy, I've been talking for a while. When Avengers Age of Ultron hit theaters on May 1st, 2015, the movie opened with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Hulk, and Hawkeye working together once again. This action-packed opening mission saw the Avengers storm the known location of Baron von Strucker with the hope that they would finally get Loki's scepter out of Hydra's hands. They are successful in doing so, with the discovery of the power within the scepter helping create Ultron. It is safe to say that without going on this mission, the events of Avengers Age of Ultron would be very different, and it might surprise some to know that the Avengers were only there because of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They set up for Avengers Age of Ultron's opening mission comes in at the end of the 19th episode of Season 2, The Dirty Half Dozen of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. During the final minutes of the episode, Phil Coulson is shown talking to Maria Hill. They begin to discuss the plans of Baron von Strucker, and Coulson reveals that he has learned new information about what the Hydra member is up to. Coulson tells Hill that Strucker is in possession of Loki's scepter and is hiding in Sokovia. With this information, Hill is then able to alert the Avengers off-screen and send them on the mission that kicks off Avengers Age of Ultron. This connection between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Avengers Age of Ultron is significant, but how exactly did Coulson learn this vital information? Throughout the second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Henry Goodman appears as Dr. List prior to his return in Avengers Age of Ultron. His role in the series is tied to the remains of Hydra, but there are also direct references made to the experiments he and Baron von Strucker were working on in Captain America the Winter Soldier's mid-credits scene. List is featured searching for more powered individuals, and Coulson eventually learns that he and Strucker have set up shop in Sokovia. As for how Coulson knows Loki's scepter is with them, it is tied to the fact that he has a special interest in finding the weapon that killed him in the Avengers. Although those who haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are still able to follow the events of Avengers Age of Ultron without this detail, it is a great example of the connectivity that the Marvel series used to have with MCU movies. Just with this example, those who watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. get to learn more about Strucker's search for enhanced individuals and understand exactly how the Avengers found Strucker's base of operations. Additionally, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. attributes Coulson as the one who provides Nick Fury with the Helicarrier that saves the day at the end of Avengers Age of Ultron. With all these elements considered, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. winds up being quite important to multiple aspects of Avengers Age of Ultron. But then we see what happened when Kevin Feige effectively got the keys to the kingdom. I believe he got the keys to the kingdom in 2015. What's one of the first things that he did? He immediately decanonized Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And like I said earlier in this video, guys, there were many opportunities for Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios to canonize Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The most prime example would be the very first episode of Loki, because they could bring up the fact that Loki didn't even successfully kill off Agent Coulson. But I just want to know what you guys think about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like I said, I watched a couple of episodes back during the first season, and I kind of fell off because I basically just said, why do I need to watch a TV show in order to watch the movies? I mean, I might give it a second go just because the show is now concluded. But with the show's popularity, as we saw with that graph that I pulled up earlier from Parrot Analytics, I don't think that Disney and Marvel are going to ignore those numbers for too long. I don't care how big Kevin Feige's ego is. Ratings are ratings. What's popular is popular. And they've already brought in, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin into Hawkeye, and I believe they brought in Matt Murdoch into Spider-Man No Way Home. Again, I don't remember that. Someone has probably already corrected me in the comments at this point if Matt Murdoch was in Spider-Man No Way Home or not. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here before I drag this out for way longer than it needs to be. So if you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me along, I'm terrible at ending these videos, so I will just see you guys on next time.